Hey, yo, what's up? How we doing? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. My name is Gerald, and today we're going to be watching Black Christmas. Not the 74 movie, not the 2019 film, but somewhere in the middle is this 2006 film that is obsessed with eyeballs and incest. Let's just be honest. But we're gonna get into it here in a second. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little ill prepared for this stream. I've been in the world of 28 days later all day. I have 28,000 subscribers, which I thought was really funny too. What a perfect timing for that. So I'm gonna get all set up in a second, but I do want to say hey to a ton of the folks hanging out with us tonight. Like Bobby G saying, "Let's do this." Yeah, Bobby G. What's up, fella? Okay, you know what? I just noticed something about your profile picture here. It says me, YouTube Premium. That's pretty funny. I don't think I ever noticed that. Like, it's just like, come on, you know you want to get it. That's really funny though. Get YouTube Premium, I guess. It's kind of the company I work for, so I really shouldn't be shitting on it, right? But you know, it's another thing to pay for. King Matthew III, my liege, how are you? Good evening, Jake. And my question is for Scream 7, do you think every Ghostface from the past movies should return in a nightmare sequence of Gale and Sydney's like the OG Ghostface, Billy and Stu? All of them just pop in. They're just like, ha-ha. That would be a lot of ahas. You know, I think that the fans just love all these characters so much, and it's kind of tough when you have films that are so episodic like that, you know? So I wouldn't be against something like this. It might be fun. You know, why not? Why not do something silly like that? We got to see Billy in the last couple movies, right? And he was hanging out. So sure. Well, we can have ghosts, Roman, ghost, Mickey, whatever happens. Davey Deathray, what's up, fella? How you doing? Welcome in. I know you might have already done it. I know I don't know. You're doing this at some point. A Black Christmas 1974 watch party sometime soon, which is very cool. So I decided, well, let's do the remake here. So there we go. You get back-to-back Black Christmas features, baby. This movie got way too much hate when it came out. Yeah, there's some oddball stuff that the Weinsteins forced in. They were known for that. Yep. But the atmosphere and gore effects are top-notch. It really is some good stuff, man. No, I totally agree. There is some excellent kills in this movie. I really like some of the characters. Cast is pretty good. Some strong stuff here. I still like the original the best, you know, the 74 movie is one of my favorite slashers ever. But this remake's fun. I mean, when it comes to some of my favorite horror films, I'm a little tougher on some of the, some of the remakes, the continuations, whatever. But this one I do really enjoy. I don't know if I'm like over the moon, it's the greatest thing ever, but I do enjoy it a lot, and I'm excited to get into it. Alexis Sekulik, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Will Patrick Dempsey be in Thanksgiving too? I hope so. They did a little teaser of him at the end, so potentially that could be the case. He might be our killer once again. Thanksgiving 2 might not be a murder mystery, especially based on some comments Eli Roth made about the film. I could see it just being like, yeah, but John Carver's running around killing people again, you know? Been waiting all week for this. Ty Lee suggested this bad boy, which is very cool. So thank you for that. Really do appreciate you. I just got notification that a new Return of the Living Dead is coming out. An official teaser trailer is coming out this Friday, which is like crazy. That's exciting though. Exciting to talk about. We'll get into that at some point. Don't mean to cut you off there, Ty. I just saw that and I'm like, whoa, okay. New Return of the Living Dead. That's crazy. Tanya in the D. Tanya, I'm gonna take that. I'm taking your username the wrong way. But what's up, Tanya? How you doing? Thanks for being a member. This movie is a lot of fun. It sure is. I'm excited to get into it. Mr. Rick has been a member for 17 months. Wow, buddy. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. Should be fun. I have never seen the remake. I might be a little behind in the chat because I'm watching it on, you meant to say Tubi. I saw that. Next week, I hope it's a wonderful knife. For next week is what you're saying. We might do that next week. We had a lot of people suggest that one. And what was the other one? I'm trying to remember. Clown from 2014 was the other one that everyone was like, oh, you got to watch that one. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's very underrated. It's produced by Eli Roth, and it kind of has an Eli Roth feel to it, for sure. Like, kind of you could mistakenly say, oh, that was directed by Eli Roth, even though it's not. But I don't know. I feel like we keep the Christmas theme going, probably, but we might do clown at some point here soon. So I love doing these watch parties again. It has been so much fun. Want to say hi to a few more people, and then we're gonna get this show on the road here. I'm just getting it ready on my phone so that we can just crank this out. I'm like, I didn't even get the timer set up. I'm just realizing that. Apologies, everybody. I'm a little behind today. Okay, that's good. That's ready to go. But Gory Tiger's with us. What's up? What's up? How gory is that tiger this afternoon? What's up? What's up, dog? I love all the emojis you're always throwing out there. Keeping it spooky even here in December when Christmas music haunts us at every corner. Scott Royston, what's up, fella? Hey there, everyone. Thanks for being a member, dog. Thanks for the support. What's up? What's up? Cody is saying, howdy, Jake. I hope poor old Jim boy ain't no zombie and it's a flashback or like a what if type scenario. You know, me too. I talked about the possibility of that in today's video, all about 28 years later, which I'm so excited for. Please watch that video if you're excited for it too. I talked about it because I'm like, you know, Alex Garland is approaching this film. I won't go through the whole spiel. I promise we're getting to the movie. But Alex Garland is totally approaching this film as we were a little too soft in our first film that we did. Let's take it up a notch. Let's make this even darker based on a lot of the things he's been saying about it. That seems to be the case. And I'm here for it. I think that 28 Days Later is one of the most upsetting and depraved zombie films. Like honestly, editing that video today, just going through it, I'm just like, I'm looking at my door and I'm like, oh my God, you know, I can hear the guitar, you know, in the back of my head and a zombie just running through there like, you know, just jumping in and I'm just screaming and freaking out here. No, honestly, that movie, I haven't seen it probably in 2 years, the first one at least, and it still scares me to this day. So I'm very excited to see what Years is all about. God, that trailer was good. Oh, it rubbed me in all the right places, my friends. Faith Dorn is saying, hey, Jake, hey, chat. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday. Same to you, Faith. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Riley, hello. Hello, hello. Superman is a big I Know You Did Last Summer fan, saying you're pissed off her New Line Cinema should have hired better horror director, not Sarah Michelle Gellar's friend. Well, we'll see what it's all about. Let's judge it when it comes out. I'm gonna try to stay optimistic with it. Admittedly I don't have the most faith in that new one, but we'll see. Jake, is David Howard Thornton still playing Steamboat Willie in Screamboat? Yes, we got some new pictures of him recently too. I am doing a big video on this very soon, and I actually have a deadline on a certain video about the TCU, the Twisted Childhood universe, coming out very soon. Anna's with us as well, saying, what's up? I love the original Black Christmas, but haven't seen this one. Looking forward to it. Very nice. I promise we're going to get into it here in a second. I just have so many friends that I want to say hi to. Spider got a chill. Spider, you don't got a chill around here, my dude. What's good? How are you? How are you? What's up? What's up? Weinstein's forced in. What now? They did produce this movie, unfortunately, and there's some stuff about it that's kind of weird. You'll see in a sec. Poop Lady is with us tonight. Hello, how are you? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Erica's with us doing some modding alongside Madison. Appreciate you guys a bunch. Keeping the chat not too crazy. Magnificent Logo also loved the 28 Years Later trailer. Have not seen 28 Days or Weeks, so I have to watch those. Ooh, definitely watch those before this new one, my friend. It's very good. And then last but not least, Lighting Ghost, always killing it out here with the super chats. Appreciate your support, my friend. Saying, I will never forget watching this movie for the first time as a kid, and it definitely messed me up. I do love the kills and watching all the girls just gossip. Ooh. And go at it, kind of entertaining, but definitely messed up. They really capture the spirit of the original in that sense, but make it modern, and I think in 2006, that is something you could do effectively. Nowadays, I feel like every time that's done, it's a little more cringe. But maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's because I'm almost 30 now, and I'm just I don't know. But this movie, it works for me. It's like, okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you on all that. That works. I'm in it. But I do like the characters in this one. I grew up, I was literally like my babysitter growing up was like characters like in this movie, basically. So like to me, it's like, oh, these are the cool kids. These are the cool college kids that are doing this and that. So I guess that's kind of why I like this one so much. But I don't know. It works for me. For some people, they're like, this is outdated. People don't talk like this anymore. Skibbity toilet. I don't fucking know. Well, what are the kids talking about these days? I'm not sure, but I do agree on the kills. Do like these a lot. There's a certain point in the film though where I'm like, what is with all the eyeball kills? And if you're watching this for the first time tonight, you're gonna notice that. Like, I want you to pay attention to how many eyeballs get stabbed or whatever. A little warning, I guess, if you haven't seen this one, there are a lot of eyeball stabbings. So if that's something you're not crazy about in horror, ooh, this is going to be a rough one. But it's fun nonetheless. Very fun Christmas slasher for sure. With one very weird element that you're not going to love. New addition to Billy's backstory, which is not great, I'll be honest. But there is a lot of positives amidst some of the bad stuff. So we'll see that. Madison just texted me. I want to get to that just real quick. I was about to put in... Oh my God. I swear to God, I can't say anything about that quite yet, but very funny nonetheless. Lightning Ghost, thank you for the $20. I really do appreciate your support, my friend. Let's get to this movie. Let me actually get this all set up. Apologies again, everybody. Today's video ended up being way bigger than I thought it was going to be. You'll notice it's a little longer than typical. I got into it today. Like I was so excited. Oh, what the hell's going on with this? That's just been going this whole time. That's funny. No, I got into it with today's video a little bit. It was very fun. Again, if you have not seen this one yet, I do recommend giving it a watch. Here we go. Let's share that screen. There we go. Bam. The clock is out and about. Is this the right... I'm so sorry again, everybody. Just bear with me here. Where is the watch party streams? I think I have one where I'm a little bigger. There we go. I'm a slightly larger window. You guys get to see me edit the screen. How fun is that? Oh man, update layout. Okay, bam. We got a little space in between everything now. All right, let's get into this ish. I'm gonna rent this movie. Let's go. Black Christmas. Ty Lee, I know that you told me get a physical copy of this. Like, Jake, buy this one. Pick it up. I did not have time to do that in the week, even though it's like 2 clicks of a button. So here I am renting it again. But at some point, we'll make it happen. So welcome in, everybody. I know we got some more fun people hanging out there. I'm happy I finally finished Outer Banks yesterday. Ashley S. That's so cool. No spoilers. I'm in the middle of season 3 right now. So we'll be able to talk about it soon though. Love that show. So good. Jake, it was deadlift day for me. Very nice, VKD. I did not go to the gym this week yet, which is a problem. I'm gonna try to make it out there tomorrow though. So very nice. Very good stuff. Nice to see someone else gaff about VHS. I love the VHS franchise, my dude. It's so good. Cannot wait for VHS 8 next year. I'm still waiting for them to announce those directors, though. All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, I'm going to get this going. I'll tell you guys when the clock's going to start. Okay, that's ready to go. And everybody, I've given you guys 15 minutes to set up your shit, your TVs, your whatever. We're going to get into Black Christmas 2006 now. So without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, and play. Bam. We're moving. So you guys can watch along with me. You can just listen to my commentary. You can hang out in the chat, whatever you guys want to do. But we are going to be watching a little Black Christmas. I have the most jank setup, but hey, you know, it's not weird if it works. A wise man once said that to me, and I live by it. 2929 Studios. Is this not Platinum Dunes? Damn, I guess not. I thought this was Platinum Dunes. Ashley's peacing out. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you for stopping in and saying hey. We'll have another regular stream on Friday, just so you guys know. Oh, some wine would go hard right now. Real men drink wine. You're absolutely right. I'm just realizing I think the music's still going. Let's have that off so we can enjoy the movie. It's a really dark film. Don't remember this being so dark. Another movie suggestion is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, believe it or not, we have watched that on a watch party before. Otherwise, I would love to do that one. Excellent movie. Ew. What's all that? This one is shot very similarly to the 74 film, which I think is cool. Just noticing a few little things here and there. Don't cry over spilled milk there. Oh man, that's wild. Dreadful title card. Unfortunately, the title card is the one thing that the 2019 film got right. I wish they had done more with it. I like the colors, the black against the red there, but wish there was more to it. I'm good on that. I am all good on that. I love this guard. That's funny. Hey, what's up, Hayden? How's it going, dog? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. We'll definitely have to talk sometime soon. That's so upsetting. Um, Davy Deathray is just like the aficionado on this one. The director Glenn Morgan is a huge fan of the original. He even got Bob Clark on board as a consultant. It's too bad that additional footage was shot and edited in without his knowledge. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. I'd have to do got to do a deep dive on this for the other channel. I want to definitely want to learn a little more about this one for sure. Interesting transition from eating to kissing. Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. Jake, let's make a movie. Let's run it, dog. I'm always down. I can't believe how well decorated this house is. I mean, I get it. It's a Christmas horror movie, but it's impressive nonetheless. Little gossip there. Yeah, the older lady is from the original. Isn't she Agnes? Isn't that what? If I'm remembering correctly. Who let that guy have that in prison? I'll be home for Christmas. Andrea Martin, who played Miss Mac here, was Phil in the original. Right. Okay. She was the one dating the foul mouthed Santa. Very nice. Very nice. As you can tell, I've yet to do my research on on these movies. I do have a big video coming out late next week on at least the original Black Christmas. I think I might mention the other two films. I really want to get into the original though because I so near and dear to my heart. I watch it every year. So that'll be on Killjoy Jake Retro, brand new page. God, they're just screaming at her. It's brutal. You're subbing it. I appreciate that, dog. Thank you. Thank you. I got you, Jake. I'm a nerd to the utmost degree. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Davey. Rock on. Oh. The branch scraping against the window. Little creepy noise. I like it. This version was classic holiday horror. I feel it. I feel it. The lighting is also great in the cinematography. Yeah, again, very akin to the original in that regard. This rental version is like way darker than I remember, though. You got to get this one on DVD. Do they have Christmas lights on the inside of the house, though? I thought those lights were coming in like from the outside. The sound design is really sick, too. Need a trap beat to this or something, you know? Jake, was this version better than the original 1970s? Nah, I like this version, but the 74 movie, that's the cat's pajamas. Oh, is that eyeball number one? Eyeball number one, baby. Let's go. Let's keep him going. Let's keep it counting. Tally it up. One. Damn. Some hardcore hitting right there. Jeez. I just watched this last night. It's okay for what it is, but it didn't do too much for me. It's been a minute since I've seen this one. I'm excited to go through it. What a tool. Yeah. This one has Agnes as well as Billy as the killer. Don't spoil it yet. Oof, love that they brought the bag back in a big way. I love big bags. You guys know that. That trash bag's got an arm sticking out of it. I feel like I haven't seen Mary Elizabeth Winstead in something recently. It's been a minute. The cast was great in this version, for sure. For sure. Right, she's kind of fell off. She was in like everything for a while there too, Tanya. Dean, don't they explain that he has like jaundice or something though? They do color correct him to make him yellow in this, though, to what I remember, and I've always thought that was odd. This chick is a bummer, for sure. This is not a Christmas party I would want to be hanging out at. Oh, it was liver disease. Okay, I thought it was. I thought they actually said jaundice, but I guess not. Yeah, Dean, you're right. They say liver disease. That's weird. Huh. God damn. This is a thousands movie, all right. This is your first time watching any version of this? Okay. Uh this one's good. But like got to see the 74 one. It's just in general must watch horror. Must watch 70s horror for sure. No way. It's just what I wanted. How did these two ever end up together? Billy's mom is the scariest thing about this movie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand how anyone's just like, yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine in this relationship. Every, with the way she talks in this movie, Jesus. From someone's perspective who has never seen this before, there's a lot of bags going over heads and there's a lot of eyeballs being ripped out of skulls. And that's kind of the only trick up this movie's sleeve so far. It's the one thing I'm noticing. The original is not very gory. No, it's trying to think. It's kind of Scream during Christmas is really what it is, but like a 70s through a 70s lens, you know. Scream is so 90s, it hurts a little bit. To its credit, though, this movie is oozing with Christmas theme and atmosphere. Totally agree. Love the sound design, love the soundtrack, love the look of this movie. Honestly, I have got a soft spot for just thousands horror in general. The bag is reminiscent of Claire's death from the 74 version. Yeah. No, you're not wrong, Scott. It's just there's a lot of bags going over heads. I think for me personally, I just don't like when a horror movie does the same kill over and over and over again, which is why why I'm bringing up the eyeball thing. Because like, dude, nearly every kill in this movie is someone getting their eye poked out or something. So I don't know. That's just me though. Some people are like, hey, if it works, run it. Run it back, keep making it happen. But I just like variety. I think that's why Terrifier works so well for me. Never get the same thing from Art the Clown twice. This is another thing too that I'm totally remembering going through this movie again. The phone call here is so creepy, but the original just has it beat. Each Black Christmas movie gets a little worse with the phone call scene, in my opinion. The 2019 version is so bad. Yeah, you don't need to watch that one if you've never seen it. you can skip it altogether. Other thing with this version is they keep going from the backstop to the present. Yeah, there is a lot of time jumping, a little more convoluted. NASCAR Daddy. Ooh. Oh, burn. I think this character's sweet. She's not creepy at all. What are you guys talking about? You're all like my family now. I wouldn't open it. Don't open it. This is also a reference to the original for those who are like, what the fuck is that? Corey Tiger's like, look at that camera angle. She's creepy. You don't put a Dutch angle on somebody if they're not creepy. Oh, wow. You bought us an Easter egg from the original film. Nice. Oh, King Matthew III. That's just too hard of a question. The 70s that's my favorite time for horror, man. But those are some great choices. Carrie and TCM. Excellent stuff there. Yeah, I think that's another thing I don't love about this film. The original kind of has this like just the continuity of it is just a straight arrow. Oh yeah, this is upsetting. I hate this scene. Ugh, gross. Um, but there's just a lot of jumping. There's a lot of story all over the place. Kind of hard to follow. The original is a little more linear. It's a little more I don't know, just it flows a lot better in my opinion. God, they make it obvious what's going on here though with the editing, don't they? Oh boy, here we go, says Davey. Yeah, I'll tell you what. There's no incest in the original, but there is here. So, kind of upsetting. No explanation is needed for Billy, but I do appreciate that they at least tried to expand the lore in this one, and that's totally fair, Davey. I agree. I think it's just a little scarier if it's just some guy in the attic, though. You know, I guess that's my thoughts on it. Less is more. Damn, a shot of tequila doesn't sound too bad right now. Oh my god, but you're chasing it with wine? Ugh. Hey, if you want to puke. These divas are hilarious. Ty is saying they committed to their decision too by getting a big graphic with the incest. They went all in and got to respect that. I guess, right? It's, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's a horror film, you know. What do you expect? All right, let's see if this phone call gets a little more brutal. See, the phone calls, like, it's just not the same. I think Kyle's kind of a jerk, guys. I don't know why, but This Kyle guy, I just don't like him. He's just not very nice. Dude's still got his telescope though. Hey, that's kind of cool. And he's using it for creepy purposes. Well, there we go. There we go. Is this the Thule boyfriend making amateur OnlyFans vids before it existed? Dude's gonna lose his mind in like 10 years, right? I can make money off of this? I feel like Kyle would say something like that. Weak attempt at a red herring, if that's what it's supposed to be. It comes on a little too strong, doesn't it? Hmm. I don't like that she's saying that. Don't be gobbling up anybody. Don't be doing none of that. How bad do you think that bathrobe stinks? Again with this mother. Who just drops a cigarette like a lit cigarette on the ground like that? What? I number two. Oh, is that I number three? Oh my god, he eats it. I know, right? This shot right here, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but this directly influenced Red Right Hand. There's a shot in Red Right Hand where we kind of recreated exactly this shot here. The zoom in over like an island table where someone's getting beat to death. Oh, I forgot about this. He cuts out Christmas cookies from her skin. That's awesome. It's not a good holiday horror film if someone's not cooking and eating people. That's Thanksgiving, Black Christmas, we just need that. We need a little bit of cannibalism in our holiday horror films. This time of year, we all get a little hungrier, we eat a little more, our bodies are naturally packing more pounds on. because it's getting cold out. It just lends itself to winter horror films. You got to have a little bit of cannibalism. Horror screenwriters take note. That's funny. Squishy cookies. That's how I like them, Davey. Got a twofer on the eyes. Oh, yeah. And Scott is keeping track of how many eyes are getting poked out. Appreciate that. Which reboot is better, this or Scream 2022? You know, both of them have their problems. I don't know. I've probably seen Scream 2022 more, if that's anything. I love that coat. Scream 2022 wasn't a remake. It's pretty damn close, though. They replicate the third act and everything. Both of these movies, though, admittedly, are different enough. But I mean, you're right. One is a sequel. One is a remake. Spooky. Don't be opening up Billy's presents. He's gonna get mad. He's gonna get mad real quick. What do you know? That's upsetting. Was that a baby with a goatee? I think that was a baby with a goatee. I think I just saw that. A baby doll with black eyes is terrifying. Paula, I love you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I agree, Dewey. I'd go as far as to say this movie fucks hard, or Davey. I got scream on the brain. Um, oh, yeah, we got some puke. Nice. You thought we weren't going to get all the bodily fluids in this one? You'd be wrong. Some blood, some baby batter, some puke. I'm gonna shut up. That's so gross. Um, cool. Oh, the eyes were yeah, you're right. I look. I just like the idea of baby dolls with black eyes. Okay, that's scary to me. Really dates this movie to have flip phones, doesn't it? Damn. God, Kyle, you're in the wrong here, buddy. I can't wait till she starts texting on the flip phone. Oh man. I'm old enough that I texted on flip phones and it took forever. It took forever to send one little text. Raise your glass if you sent a paragraph to somebody with a flip phone once. There you go. I'm guilty as charged. What? Oh my god! You want to talk about aging this movie? We're talking about Dick Cheney here. Yeah, this was Bush administration if I've ever seen it. Madison, if you send me a picture of yourself eating a Jimmy John sandwich right now, I'm going to be very upset. I'm so hungry. I did not have time to eat before this. I don't know about you all, but I usually have a little snack when I watch something. So it's kind of weird. Oh, I forgot about this. The eye through the floor? Ooh. I don't like that. Dude, chill out, man. Chill out. He's like, oh, this view sucks. I'm going to push up a different tile. That's what happens when you drink tequila and chase it with wine, dog. Reference to Psycho. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That Kyle guy is like a discount Jensen Ackles who is already plenty discount to begin with. Damn. Damn, Davey. Be careful saying that around Supernatural and the boys fans. They're, they're going to get real angry around here. I love it, Dean. If there wasn't enough eyeball imagery in this movie, get eyeballs on the damn floor. You really going to investigate that in the freezing cold? Hey, there's the eyeballs, Scott. In case you were like, the one thing I like this movie, a lot of eyeball stuff. I just needed some more. Well, there you go. What did Santa Claus ever do to you? He just he just delivers presents, man. Give him a break. JPR's with us tonight. What's up, JPR? Saying the OG original is superior. Don't waste your time on this. Watch the one true real OG Black Christmas. I mean, hey, fair enough, JPR. I like a lot of the kills in this one though. And we were talking about the cast. It's great. A lot of the shots that admittedly are very inspired by the original. But this one's fun. I mean, I think I appreciate this one a lot more after the 2019 film. We're about to get into a kill, so I'm going to shut up. Where do you think that's going? Ugh. That's upsetting. That was, what was really upsetting about that is how still her head was. after it's all said and done. Ooh. There's your eyeballs, Jake. Ah, you beat me to it. That's funny. Of course, the OG is superior JPR, but this movie is plenty of fun too. Yeah, I feel it. Thank you, Scott. I was just asking because they did a serious close up on the sister. I thought she was from the first one. Yeah. Oh yeah, the older lady in this one. It's one of the girls from the first one, which is cool. I do miss the older lady character sneaking drinks around the house from the original in this movie. I kind of wish we were seeing a little more of that. There's just not enough toilet whiskey in this film. That's that's another criticism I have. Yeah. Oh, I saw Madison. I you big old jerk. Elysian maybe is saying, "Hey Jake, did you see my birthday message or comment? If it is your birthday, my dude, happy birthday. If not, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out later in a second here." Have I seen the Jack Frost horror movie? Like a long time ago. I barely remember it. Can't wait for 28 years later. I understand why it ain't 28 months later, but still, oh well. As long as it's good. Hey, I'm hyped. Can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great. Bloody claw marks are never a good sign. For how gory this movie is, it's very campy too. I love it. He's home. $2? It would take 2 hours. Wow. That was a good line delivery. So is this a sequel? Kind of seems like it is. No, technically it's not, but it's like, but the way it's set up does feel like that, doesn't it, Ty? That was the grossest noise I've ever heard in my life. Ugh. It's a remake, but more elaborate. Yeah, it's a little more complex than the original, which again I don't love, but I respect. I think Davey Deathray put it perfectly earlier on, where he was saying, we don't necessarily need that background on Billy, but it's cool that they attempted to do something with it that wasn't there before. Gives this remake a little bit of purpose to it. Child's Play fan is saying always got to be something Black Christmas, never a White Christmas. Guess that would sound more like that word, which I can't believe it or not, I can't say on this platform. Dear God. God, I love bloody snow in horror movies. It's a pretty good scene. Oh man, the icicle, I forgot about that. Seeing more bags. More bags, more eyes. I mean, he's at least he's consistent, right? Oh man, that was good. That's maybe my favorite kill so far. That was sick. Icicle, love that. Kudos to being a family friendly channel. I support your choice not to say that word. Nah, dog, I can say a lot of listen, I can say a lot of words on here. But there's two words in particular that YouTube just gets real nasty about, and that is one of them. Um, but I'm not even gonna try to get close to the other one. But at least this one is so far is better than the Chucky reboot in 2019. I definitely like this more than the 2019 Chucky film. I don't hate that movie, but it's not. Just not great. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Just thanks for all you do in our horror world. Thank you so much, Tanya. I'm really glad you're enjoying the watch parties. It really means a lot to me. I brought these back recently because I know a lot of people really enjoy them, so I'm glad you're digging it. Thanks for the support, Tanya. I really do appreciate you too. Thanks for supporting the page. Hey, we got some texting on there. There we go. What movie am I the most excited for in 2025? 28 years later. I'm pretty confident in that at this point. Wow, shocker. What happened to her? Damn. That's it's upsetting. The littlest, tiniest light. I thought it was gonna be a lot grander, but no. Kind of deserved. This fella wasn't too big a fan. What do you know? Bag over the head. Maybe eyeballs taste good. Maybe they do. I don't know. Ooh, that voice is nasty. Jake, have you watched Mr. Crockett on Tubi? It's so good. That's one of my favorite horror movies of the year, honestly. I wanted to make a big video about it. I have not had the time, unfortunately, but loved Mr. Crockett. My daddy's here. Uh Yeah, that's another critique I have of this movie. This third act goes on for a little long. Oops. Ooh, this is claustrophobic. You mean daddy brother? Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, I do. I don't care what anyone says, Jake. This movie was an '06 underrated one. I agree. I think it's good. It doesn't get the credit it deserves. I mean, it's in the shadow of the original, right? But I still really like it. It's still a very fun watch. I hear eyeballs are real popular in certain parts of the world. I hear they throw them in stews. It's a delicacy, probably. Some places, I don't know. Imagine they make a Home Alone horror movie, dude. Watch Better Watch Out. I promise it exists. Better Watch Out. Excellent movie. Ooh, did we just do the Shining shot there? Ooh, now that's a scary situation. I like that. This is fun but not great. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, best movie. Talking about The Shining, it rocks. Oh, it's so good. You thought it was over? You'd be wrong. Man, a lot of jerks. A lot of jerk characters in this in this movie, man. Jeez. Oh my god, lighting ghost, dude. Thank you for the 100. Holy crap. Appreciate that a bunch, bro. Oh, I knew someone was going to talk about this. Tonight, Austin Butler has been cast as Patrick Bateman in the new American Psycho. I agree with you, Jake. I don't think this movie should be happening, but it's definitely an interesting choice. And I did enjoy him in Dune 2. I agree, and I just hope he won't be doing the Elvis voice. Yeah, let's hope not. Lighting Ghost. We're just at the end of this movie. Can I do you would you be okay with me coming back to this, because I could go on a whole rant about this whole thing right after the film's over. We got like 14 minutes left of this, pretty much. I'm gonna come back to this, dude. I really do appreciate the support, though. Lighting Ghost, you're just killing it around here. Every stream, man. I'm gonna even keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up on screen for a sec, but I do want to talk a bit about this. Um, but let's get through this extended ending first. Burnt face Billy. Ooh. I don't remember this. This feels very Scream 4 to me. Oh my god, and Scott's gift and 5 KillJoy Jake memberships. Thank you so much, my dude. Those are going to Barb Lawrence, Nathaniel Fincher, Rudy Castellonis, and Variety of Green. Welcome to the fold, everybody. And Scott, thank you so much for that, dude. I really appreciate it. We're going to come back to all this stuff in like 2 seconds. Dude, they got Christmas lights at the hospital hallways too? What? Who's putting Christmas lights inside? That's crazy, man. Variety of Green says, thanks for the membership. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Welcome in. Forgot how long this third act was. I know, right? Kind of goes on for a minute. Jason Voorhees versus the Wrong Turn Brothers. That's an interesting matchup. I don't know. Restroom, maybe? I don't know. Taking a shit? Hmm. This movie does not fall short of Christmas decorations. No, they always remind you. They always remind you that this is a Christmas horror. This is a bummer. It is, this one is a bummer. I agree. You know, this is another thing I like about this movie, though. There's not just creeping around in the house. We're creeping around the hospital too, slipping and sliding through the ceiling and shit. Oh wow, this is very Scream 4. Burnt face and everything. Damn. Um, it's been 5 seconds. About time for some eyeball stuff. You're so right, Gory Tiger. We haven't had eyeball stuff in forever. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Jeez. Ooh. Oh. I'm shocked he wasn't impaled through the eye. You know, pretty cool kill though to make you wait for. Wow, yeah, they just ended on that. Wow. That's it. They're like, okay, we've had enough of that. Okay, yeah. Again, story's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one after a rewatch. There was some really fun parts of that. Some fun dialogue here and there, but just kind of a weird story. I don't know. I don't know if I love the way that they lay out the story, how it ultimately plays out. But interesting nonetheless. All right, let's get back to this real quick because Lighting Ghost is just killing it out here, throwing $100 out into the stream. Dude, I really do appreciate you a bunch for this. So Austin Butler, yes, has been cast as Patrick Bateman. I'm thinking about doing a whole video on it at some point. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I got a big thing early in the morning tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it, but kind of want to do a whole video talking a little bit about this. Lighting Ghost, I'm with you on the fact that I don't think we need an American Psycho remake, but there is a lot of stuff that 2000 movie does not touch on from the book and from subsequent novels that maybe that's what Luca Guadagnino's vision is going to entail, because it is said to be a new take on the novel and not a remake of the 2000 film, which that intrigues me, but like, to me, you struck gold with that original film. I will see this one because I think they understand that you can't remake American Psycho. They're more so just trying to adapt probably some more of the stuff that just didn't make it to the film, and that I'm interested in. That to me could be something fun. That could be something different. But again, I don't see this remake surpassing the original film. I just think that's just one of those movies, man. It's perfect how it is. You can't do that better. But I am excited to see what he does there, and I do agree with you. Austin Butler in Dune 2, in my opinion at least, he makes that movie. I think he is one of the best parts of that entire film. I was not a Dune fan. I don't know, it just wasn't really for me. Even the 80s one, I don't know. It just like it's fine. It's just not my cup of tea. I do like sci-fi and sci-fi horror and all that stuff, but for whatever reason, I don't know, like Dune and Star Wars, it's just not I'm not losing my mind over stuff like that for whatever reason. But Dune 2, he's a big part. He's a big part of why I like it so much. I definitely think he's gonna do Patrick Bateman well for sure. But it's always gonna be. There's only one. There really is only one. Barb just sent me a little something. Barb, thank you so much if you're hanging out. Really do appreciate you a bunch. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but you're too sweet. You're too kind. Dear God. God, everyone's just helping old Jake out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, let's hope he doesn't do the Elvis voice. And honestly, take that a step further. I really hope he doesn't do an impression of Christian Bale's Patrick Bateman. Like, make it if you're gonna remake American Psycho, you're gonna go there. Make it your own in every aspect. Don't do the "Hey Paul," you know what I mean? No, make it your own. Make it your own. Do it your own way. You can go your own way. But Lighting Ghost, I really do appreciate the support again, man. You're just killing it out there, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the watch parties, that you're just enjoying the streams. It's been a ton of fun to do them, so thank you so much. And Barb is hanging out with us tonight, saying, "Feeling very merry up in here, up in here." Up in here. I love it. Barb, thank you for the support as well. She sent in a super chat through Venmo. I really appreciate it though, Barb. Thank you. She said, "Merry Christmas, Jake. Just sent in some channel support free of those evil YouTube fees. Thank you always for being a beacon in the horror community. Anything I can do, Barb. Thanks for being here. Sorry I talked over the whole movie. I just get excited." But Barb is awesome. Barb is the reason that I was a guest at Scarefest this year, which means a whole lot to me. It was a ton of fun to go there and meet up with a bunch of fans and say hey to people. I got to go on my first panel ever. And Scarefest 16 ended up being, I believe, like the biggest horror convention or like most attended horror convention ever. And to be just the smallest little part of that was really, really cool and meant a whole lot to me. So Barb, I'm forever grateful for you making that happen. That was a super fun weekend, a big highlight of all this insanity that goes on this channel. So thank you for that. Barb, you're a huge component of this channel, so thank you for all you've done. Really does mean a lot. Barb is all in the spirit. You're damn right. Damn right. I didn't know the actor that played Agnes was actually a guy. I just learned that. Oh shit, yeah. Yes. Yes. And Ty Lee is also feeling very merry out here. Just got Alien Romulus, throwing the digital code out there. So if someone wants that, there you go. 3FD 592 4E9 1527. Bam. I just rewatched Alien Romulus. I still love it. So many people are like, it's just fan service. There is a scene of fan service. There is a single scene of fan service in that movie, and it's like my one big critique of the whole thing. But man, besides that, Alien Romulus goes so hard, man. It is like truly one of it's the third best Alien film. There's Alien, there's Aliens, there's Alien Romulus. That's my trilogy. That's that's honestly, I could take or leave the rest, but those three, whoo, man, what a collection of films. Banger movie right there. If you guys have not seen it yet, someone take that code from Ty. That'd be pretty cool. There's only like 23 people in here too, so like you could potentially get that. Ty was giving out codes on one of our other streams, so there you go. You know what? Let me check something real quick. I don't think it didn't come with a code. Did my other ones come with codes? Let me check. I might be able to give away something here. No promises, but hang on now. Because this one might have had a... Nope, no, it did. I'm sorry. Damn, I got everyone's hopes up and everything. Hopes and dreams up, and then nothing. I just got Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. I got the Steelbook, thanks to Madison. She's awesome. And I was wondering if it had a thing in there. No, it did not. Unfortunately. But what I will say is that if you like Winnie the Pooh, Jake is wearing pants. Unfortunately, I am Lighting Ghost. Unfortunately, if you like Winnie the Pooh and you're excited for more TCU movies, I'm having Scott Jeffrey on the page very soon. We have an interview coming out next week talking all about Peter Pan. Yeah, I think I can talk about it now. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for this now, but I have seen the new Peter Pan. It's very good. I honestly, you guys know I liked Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too. I really enjoyed it. I think the new Peter Pan is an even bigger step up, and it releases in theaters this January coming up. I highly recommend seeing it. I highly recommend seeing it too if you did not like the last two Winnie the Pooh films. I don't mean to make this whole stream about that, but what I saw in this film was a little more sophistication, which is so interesting. It's a Peter Pan horror movie, and like it takes itself very seriously, but in a good way. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I actually had a really good time with this one. It's showing a different side to the Winnie the Pooh guys, to the Jagged Edge and a lot of the stuff they make that I don't know, I found very interesting, and it has me intrigued to see Pinocchio and Bambi and all the other different flavors that we're going to get from this connected universe. So 100% give that one a watch this January. Go to the theater to see it. And like I said, I have an interview with Scott where next week, the director, and we're going to go back and forth about the film. Spoiler free, of course. But after the film releases, I will say him and I are doing a joint review too. That's coming out soon. So that'll be out in January. And I'm really excited for you guys to all see that too. Holy shit, I loved Alien Romulus, and honestly, it reminded me of Alien Resurrection, which I really enjoyed, despite the hate it received. It does feel like Alien Resurrection in the sense of the setting, right? And like the chaos of the space station in both features. I feel you on that. I think the only thing that really turns me off about Resurrection is a lot of the dialogue in particular. There's a lot of like dialogue that I guess I'm just not crazy about. But Resurrection is fun, dude. It's a very fun just action. It's just an action horror movie. It's just an action horror movie. Turn your brain off. Watch these like big stars fight xenomorphs. Brad Dourif is also just given this cheesy performance of a lifetime that I love. So I love the Alien. Honestly, even the bad ones, but Alien 3 is like I think the only one I genuinely just dislike. I just don't like Alien 3. David Fincher tried, and I appreciate that, but man, that one's just not for me. I love how Pinocchio looks, dude. And I really can't say anything about what I know, but Pinocchio's gonna go hard, man. Like Pinocchio, it's gonna go real hard. It is going to go real hard. Again, I can't say anything, but what I know, it's gonna rock. King Matthew III. Hey, Jake, I've seen a screenshot of Scream 7. It was a leaked picture that had a script and David Arquette was listed, so I think they're bringing Dewey back somehow. I mean, my thoughts on, I think some people think when I talk about Stu coming back, they're like, you just hate Stu. You just don't like Stu. Stu is like my favorite Scream character, dude. I love Stu. I love Dewey. I love both these characters so much. But to me, to do something like that, it devalues the previous films. I don't see the point in doing something like that. I don't know. I think if you have if there's a grander point to bringing a dead character back that we previously thought was dead, that's something. I'm watching the show right now, and I won't say you guys know what show it is. If you guys have been watching any other videos on here, you know what show it is. But I'm watching Outer Banks right now, and I won't spoil who or what or where, but they do this where they bring back a dead character. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil it. Again, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but they bring back a dead character. And it goes somewhere that heavily influences the plot. And it makes the story way more interesting than it ever would have been without having done that. Now, if you bring Dewey back, if you bring Stu back, what are they going to do to make the story interesting with that? Like, I've talked about this before, but Scream is not chronological in this. It's tough to explain. Scream is a different story every single time with the same characters. So yes, it's chronological. It is a long going story with every single film, but also not in the sense of like how Saw is, where it kind of builds on each other with each movie. It really is a murder mystery every single time with mostly a new set of characters. So to me, I just don't think Scream needs to do a story like that. Scream doesn't need to do some kind of big reveal where Dewey comes back and has some kind of new thing to offer. I just don't see how that could ultimately build upon the story in the way that it does with like something like Outer Banks, in the way that it does with Saw. They're just two different animals. They're just two different animals altogether. I love Dewey. I mean, excellent character. Same with Stu. Fuck. I mean, there is a selfish part of me that wants to see another Matthew Lillard Stu performance. I'll be completely honest. But I just don't see how it could add to a new murder mystery story unless they completely go devoid of what Scream is. Unless they completely just decide to do something entirely different and set up the story in a completely unique way. Which maybe Scream 7 does, but I doubt it, I don't know. I think some people, they're like, Jake, I don't care about all that. I just want to see my favorite characters on screen. If that's all you care about, you know what, that you do you, rock on. But to me, what makes Scream great is that they're able to do a murder mystery with each new movie. And I have liked some of the reveals. I think Screams 4 and Scream 5 personally are my favorite reveals, are my big, like the big shocker twist at the end. Those are personally my favorite from the sequels specifically. But I don't know. To me, bringing back a dead character, this better have some great big consequence to it. So some great big twist in the story. Otherwise, I just don't think it's going to serve anything more than fan service. And that's not what I don't know. To me, I come to these movies for more than that. So hopefully it's not just fan service the movie again. I feel like Scream 6 already checked that box off. Give me something else with Scream 7. Don't just service the fans. And don't do it sexually. It makes absolutely no sense to bring back Stu. He is no more or less dead than the other villains. Yeah, and that's my other thing. Let other villains shine. We keep Scream 6 decided to have villains that were essentially the same characters as past Ghost Faces. And that to me, I think is why a lot of people don't like that film. I get it. I'm more into a lot of the other nuances that Scream 6 was all about, and that's why I like the film. But to me, I think if 7 wants to shine, if it wants to say, like, yes, this is one of the better scripts of the franchise, have a great twist, have a great villain reveal at the end of your flick. That is somewhere, that's a place that you can improve upon the last movie. And Scream 6 was fun because it did a lot of things that were different from the other Scream movies. It was scary in a modern approach, which I appreciated. It was different. Some people, again, aren't crazy about that, but I liked it. It felt like a Don't Breathe movie at times, where it was just really tense with its sequences. The bodega sequence in particular, I think is incredibly tense and like just makes me want to crawl out of my own skin. I love it, and none of the other Scream movies make me feel that way in that specific light, which I again I appreciated. The Scream movies can have their moments, you know, but that was actually like just really like tension fueled and oh shit. They're very. I think the original trilogy is very campy and fun. It's very light horror film. You can just put it on and have a good time with any of those. But Scream 6 actually had some moments where I'm like, I'm scared. I'm actually a little scared. I'm upset by some of these kills. And me personally, you guys might disagree, the other Scream films just don't make me feel that way. And I really appreciated how effective that element to Scream 6 was. But maybe 7 can throw it back. Can throw it back to can Scream 7 throw it back? Dear God. Can we go back to how the original was? How the original it wasn't. The original's not scary. I'm sorry, but I love Scream. It's fun. I don't know if it's a scary film. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just I just don't know if this franchise is ever going for like just the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. It's more, you know, it's more so a commentary on the genre, on where the state of slashers had gotten by 1996. You know, they were stale. Let's try to do something else to make them fresh again. Let's poke fun at that. That's what I love about Scream. It's fun for that reason. Can 7 find a way to recapture that fun by maybe making fun of requels in a different way than Scream 5 did? Because I think 5 and 6 have this modern approach about them that I know fans just didn't like. Some fans, I should say, didn't like. But to me, I think if 7 wants to really be the throwback flick, cater to the legacy fans, I think the way to do that is by setting it up in the same way that the original one does things, which I would argue that 5 and 6 don't do it that way. But that's why I feel like they have some freshness to them. So I don't know. I think that 7 can once again be fresh by not being fresh, which is probably a weird way to put it. But set your film up like the original. Make fun of movies in the same way that the 96 film did. By having your characters just be talking about horror movies again. Keep it simple. I love Tatum's lines where she's like, "Oh, that's like a Wes Carpenter flick. It's campy. It's goofy. Cut, Casper. That's a wrap." You know what I mean? Like have your dialogue be corny and silly and campy like that again. I think the legacy fans will love shit like that. So I think if they can keep a spotlight on an element that's similar to that, like the original flick, I think the older fans will really enjoy a movie like that, and that's the fans who are still on board. That's what we need. I think that's what Scream needs to do right now, not try to rebuild a younger fan base. Lighting Ghost is saying if you've never seen it before, someone would probably think the opening of Scream 96 is a little terrifying. I would say that and the scene in the kitchen where Billy and Stu are stabbing each other. Those are, to me, those are the scariest parts of that entire flick. But again, I feel like what the most effective element, at least for me, when it comes to the original Scream, is that meta commentary and humor and just the characters in general. They're really fun to hang out with. It feels like an episode of Scooby-Doo. And it's fun for that reason. I think that's why a lot of people really are drawn to Scream. That's why there's just a lot of people in this fandom for that reson. It's because it's not too scary. You know, it's an easy watch. A lot of people like kids, like my nephews, who'd seen Scream when they were like 6-7 years old. You know, they really like this franchise. I would almost call it gateway horror, even though yes, it does get kind of scary at times. But yeah, no, it's a light film. It's fun. You can put it on whenever with whoever too, which is nice. I think kids could watch this flick easily, and be fine with it. But yeah, I love Scream for that reason. I think, and again, I think people hear me say like, "Oh, it's not scary. Oh, you hate Scream." No, that's not what I'm saying. Horror films can be good for more reasons than just they're scary. And that's a big thing when it comes to horror. It's so versatile. It has so many different things about it that can be good. I personally do lean towards liking films that are just downright fucking terrifying. You know, these are the movies I think I like the most. But I think if you're just a horror fan, you know what I mean, you can get into Scream just because it's so accessible. It's so referential to the things you already like and have a familiar context with. It's the horror franchise for horror fans, and really some horror franchises will claim they're that, but Scream will always and forever be that. And I hope they don't screw up that beacon of love and light and celebration of the franchise with this new entry. You know what would be hilarious? What if Matthew is in Scary Movie 6 as Ghostface? That would be great. And he takes his mask off and someone asks, "Are you Matthew Lillard?" And he says, "No, I'm Stu." Cody, this is the Stu theory I am all about. This would be fantastic. Have Matthew Lillard in the new Scary Movie coming back. Oh man, that would be just excellent. I would be all about something like that. I say bring Dewey back in the rumored Kirby show since it could take place before 5. Also, maybe get scenes with Gale and Dewey's divorce and how he became depressed as he was in 5. Oh, that'd be so sad. That'd be so sad. But yeah, I guess that would be fun to see Dewey come back in there. Maybe he's helping Kirby. Maybe he's like kind of part of the reason why Kirby's on the Force. That could be a reason to bring Dewey back. I actually don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Kirby and Dewey, if you remember how Kirby is introduced in Scream 4, isn't she driving like really fast past Dewey too? Wow, actually that would work really well for me actually if they set the Kirby show before the events of 5 and 6. I'm into that. I'm totally into that. And I love Dewey. I'm not gonna say no to him coming back, but it doesn't make sense after 5, But if you were to do something before that, yeah, sure, run it. Make it happen. There are a ton of prequels that have brought back dead characters where they've done something really excellent with these characters. I think Better Call Saul might be the greatest example of this ever. What they do with the character of Mike turns him into maybe the best character on the whole show. Mike to me is such a big standout in Breaking Bad. He's a great actor, great performance. And if you guys have seen that show, what happens to Mike, and it's just so upsetting. But then in Better Call Saul, what they do with the character, they make him even more lovable and even more, just like, oh God, it honestly, Better Call Saul, it does a lot of things really well, but it makes me hate Walter White. God, it makes me hate Walter White even more, knowing what he did to poor Mike as we learn more about him through that prequel series. So I think if we can do something like that for Dewey, in this Kirby spinoff, that maybe theoretically takes place, before the events of 5, you could do something really special there. You could do something really special and make you just hate Richie and and Amber even more for what they did. So sure, yeah, okay. King Matthew III, I'm into that. Ryan Cork just joined us. Have you seen the trailer for the Peter Pan movie? Yeah, I have. And Ryan, I think I can just talk about this now. I don't know. Maybe Scott's going to yell at me tomorrow when we talk, but I have seen the film. I've seen the whole thing. And I really like it. I highly recommend you see it in January. So definitely give it a watch when it comes out next month. Look what they did with Breaking Bad. What? I read that wrong. Look what they did with bringing back Laurie Strode. I'm so, dude, I'm so on the fence with how I feel about Laurie Strode in the last 3 movies of Halloween. I'm so on the fence because I really love her character in Halloween 2018. But by the time we get to Halloween Ends, I hate her. Like, I'm like, this is not Laurie Strode. This is unbelievably out of character. I can't even, like, that's half the, I know I complain a lot and make jokes about Corey Cunningham and Halloween Ends, but honestly, I think the more time I spend with that film, the more I realize I hate this movie because of what they did to Laurie Strode's character. I think that to me is the number one reason I don't like Halloween Ends. It makes no fucking sense with what happened in Halloween Kills moving in 4 years later into Halloween Ends. I'm sorry. It's one of the most unbelievable things the entire franchise has done, in my opinion. I just don't like it at all. It makes no sense to me. And it is so unbelievably jarring to see her celebrate Halloween and, I'm baking a pie or whatever. And I burnt it for Halloween. Geez. It bugs me so bad. One of the dirtiest things I think they have done to a legacy character, across requels, just in general, not even just horror, man. Crazy shit. Terrible. Just terrible. But I like what I do like about Laurie Strode in that trilogy comes from Halloween 2018 the most. I love the idea of her being this recluse, like that night fucked her up so bad that she has been in hiding ever since. That to me gives so much more weight to the original, which again complements it. And I love that about Halloween 2018. It pays homage in very subtle ways. I think there's a lot of requels that just come out the gate and they're like, yeah, that original movie fucking rocked. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's great that you love this movie, and maybe I do too. But there's more subtle and better ways to do that to help your own story as well. And Halloween 2018, I think, really understands that. But beyond that film, they just don't do a whole lot of justice to the characters and the storylines that they establish, in my opinion. I'll get off that horse. But Ryan Cork is saying, okay, did you think it was an homage to I Know What You Did Last Summer with the mannequins? Are you talking about Peter Pan? I can't say. I don't want to say. I really can't talk spoilers with the film before it releases, and the majority of people have not seen the film, obviously. So I really can't say what influences are over the film. But I will say there are some. The one thing I will say about it, without spoiling anything about the Peter Pan horror flick, is that it is so sophisticated in a way that I was not expecting. I really enjoyed it. There are some clear influences with the film. That you'll know, that you'll see just from the trailer. That's what I'll say about that. And it's a very fun. It's a very fun film. Oh, I mean the Peter Pan trailer. I mean the Peter Pan trailer mannequins, not the Laurie Strode ones. In case my message crossed into both being a reference to I Know. No, I got you. I know what you mean. Yeah, there is a mannequin sequence in the Peter Pan film. I don't want to say there's a lot of twists and turns in the film, which I really enjoyed, and there are a lot of influences to other horror out there. That's what I'm going to say about Peter Pan. But I don't want to say too much. It really is worth, dude. It really is worth the watch. And again, it's the Peter Pan horror film. Like, what is this going to be all about, right? I went into it expecting more fun, campy goofiness, some B-movie feel to it. There are some moments in that are like genuinely dramatic, and it's interesting that Jagged Edge has this approach. To me, it makes a lot of their movies worth watching. There's so much public domain out there, public domain horror, I should say, that I don't really feel like is worth my time, because it's just so it's just exactly what you'd expect from a horror movie version of this kid's tale. It's campy, it's gory, it's mean-spirited. What I liked about Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh too is that it feels like I'm watching an original property, but it is also based off of something that already exists. And that to me is what I really enjoyed about the sequel specifically. The first Winnie the Pooh horror film, it's exactly what I expected. It is just campy, gory, bloody ridiculousness with Winnie the Pooh killing people. But Jagged Edge, in my opinion, stepped it up with Winnie the Pooh too. They gave a lot of story to it. There's, beats of drama where I'm like, okay, I'm invested. You guys attempted to make this a really interesting story. And I think they've even stepped a bit further with the Peter Pan movie, which I really enjoyed. I again, not getting into the weeds of it, but I could genuinely talk about this movie all day. And I really fucking enjoyed a lot of the shit that they were able to do there. And I saw a rough cut of it and I was like, damn, okay. So there's some good stuff here. But definitely give it a watch in January. Definitely go and check it out. In Halloween Ends, when she said, show grief, show your yeah, there is this I don't, and Lighting Ghost, what you're talking about here, this scene in question, I almost feel like the other thing, like, not only is the performance weird from Jamie Lee Curtis, but the editing in that sequence is so poorly paced. It is awful. It's one of the worst scenes, I think, in the Halloween franchise, this conversation, from the way it's paced, and the way that Laurie delivers this line. It is just so it's like we're watching just Jamie Lee Curtis on screen. It's not like we're watching Laurie Strode. We're just watching Jamie Lee Curtis play herself. And these entities are very different. Jamie Lee Curtis's personality is very different from Laurie Strode's, especially from what they set up in the 2018 film. And I just don't know. I feel like they kind of, David Gordon Green was like, you know what? Let Jamie do whatever she wants for this flick. Who cares? That's how a lot of the film comes off to me, and it's just maybe a little too laissez-faire for what you needed with the established story at hand. But I completely agree when she's like, show him your tits or whatever, that line. I'm just like, what? Laurie Strode would never say that. What are you talking about? There was laughs in the theater. There was people who were just like, what? Like, I remember hearing some guy saying that next to it. I think I've told this story before, but the guy next to me, like, I thought I was mad about Halloween Ends. The guy next to me was audibly pissed off and left the theater in the middle of the third act, which I'm still just like, I want to shake that guy's hand. It looks like they had a decent budget and a lot of fun. I'm feeling the Pooniverse right now, and I won't be ashamed about it, dude. Feel it. I'm telling you, there's some good stuff coming from this franchise, which I never thought in a million years I'd be like, wow, okay, you know what, shit. But I'm genuinely a big fan. I really am a fan of the TCU, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Like I said back in March, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 will make you come honey, baby. That is still one of the funniest things. I'm still not over that. King Matthew III is saying, I just noticed that in 5, the seat Gail's sitting at the hospital after Dewey dies is the same seat Sydney sat after Jill's arm was slashed in 4. Shit, that's wild. I did not notice that. Lighting Ghost, I think this is such a fitting way to end this stream. Any update on your short film? So I won't say yet, but we have a hard release date. I know exactly when this is going to release on YouTube. I know exactly where it's going to release on YouTube. I know we got the whole thing planned out. That's what I'm going to say. Chicken Man. The mask is right there. We filmed something last night for the film for the movie. It's a teaser trailer that works in universe. And it's going to go up at some point. That's all I'm going to say. It's interesting. It's lore building. It's an idea we had, the creative team behind the short, which is myself and my buddy Connor, we had. And we shot it last night. It's all edited. It's ready to go. And on top of that, we had a little stroke of, hey, what if we did this for the short film? And we filmed a little scene to tack onto the short film as well. And I think it adds a lot to the story that I already really enjoyed about it. But I'm not going to get too into the weeds on all that. But all I'm going to say is it's coming out sometime next year. You won't have to wait too long. And I'm just very proud of it. I'm very proud of what we were able to accomplish there. I don't even want to say, I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm very proud of it. And I don't know. I think when we came out of Red Right Hand, we were like, okay, you know, we made a movie. we made a movie. We didn't know a whole lot about making a movie, but I'm glad that we did this because we learned so much. And I think Chicken Man is going to really show people that, you know, we can do a little more than than what Red Right Hand ultimately is. It's fun, but it is ultimately a YouTube movie. And I think when you watch Chicken Man, you're going to see, hey, we can make movies. We can make things that look cinematic, that have mood and tone and a vibe to it. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to release it because I'm very proud of it. And all the hard work that went into it from various different people. There's a lot of talent on screen with this short film, and I can't wait to put it out, man. I'm really excited. So you guys will know something soon when that teaser trailer drops. I'm really excited. Why are they making all the childhood favorites into horror movies? Because they're hitting public domain, Paula. And when that happens, you can exploit it a little bit and do whatever you want with the concept. And turning it into a horror movie, well, people have got to see that. You know, people have got to see what that's all about. So of course, there is a little bit of making money there, but I just appreciate the fact that Jagged Edge is actually making this worth our time. It's not just, you know, a bunch of crap. It actually does have a little bit of substance to it, which, again, this Peter Pan movie, I think, is really going to shock some people for that reason. Blood and Honey 2 is one of the biggest surprises this year. I totally agree. I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time with this one. And I'm glad I own it. I actually am glad. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm glad I own this one. Shit. You know, what if Pooh, etc. could expand to a Terrifier multiverse of Art, Christopher Robin, Pooh, Peter Pan, Sienna? I would be so down for it. I would love to see Sienna fight Winnie the Pooh. That would actually be so sick. that would be dope as fuck. I also noticed Sydney is kind of a liar to Dewey in 5. She promises she won't come back to help him with the Ghostface attack, then he dies, and then she shows up to help Gail. I think it's less that she's lying. It's more so that her friend just died and she's like, fuck this. I gotta get out there. I also think that's another reason why I don't necessarily hate 6 for not killing Gail. Because I think if Gail had died in 6, Sydney would have had to have shown up, and that wasn't an option. That wasn't an option in 6. So it had Gail died. That almost would have gone so far as to say that would have been a plot hole as to why is Sydney not there. And you know, this is another thing, going back to the converse. I hate going back to this because I'm always talking about this and I apologize. But going back to another reason why you can't bring back dead characters. is this reason right here. There's so much shit that is already established in the long-running story of Scream that if you were to overcomplicate it with shit like that, like characters have been alive this whole time, that could potentially create massive holes in the storyline at hand. Some would argue that there already are so many plot holes in Scream moving through 1 through 6 already. So why complicate that even more with saying that characters have been alive this whole time? So that's another thing, man. There's just so many. You're gonna have so many problems if you do stuff like that. Happy early Friday the 13th, everyone. Hell yeah! Happy early the Friday the 13th. I can't wait. Friday's gonna be fun. We're gonna be talking about Scream this Friday. So if you guys want to join me for that, it's gonna be a very fun time. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get into all of it. I know we have a few new things to talk about regarding Scream. We know that what is it? The working title for the film is Scar Tissue, I believe, which is exciting. So I'm very excited to get into more Scream stuff this weekend. It'll be a normal stream. Watch parties, I'm a little more subdued. I'm a little more just, trying to get into the film, trying not to talk over the movie a little bit, even though I still do. But definitely check that out. It's going to be fun. But I have so much love for you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on the stream. And to everybody who sent in super chats again, I really appreciate it. It's weird. I was so ready to go with some side things just to have money during this time of year to, make Christmas happen. And you guys are making this like another October here. I really do appreciate it. And I really do appreciate the support from everybody and Lighting Ghost, dude, like, holy fuck, man. Like you're making Christmas happen here, frankly. And I really appreciate that. So much love to you guys. And I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for all the support. You guys are going to see some crazy. 2025 is going to be the biggest year for this page ever. And I said that about 2024. 2025 is going to be even bigger. I have some insane shit lined up. I'm so excited for you guys to see Chicken Man. I'm hoping that we can get a feature done next year as well, which is kind of crazy. But we have a plan for a little found footage flick that I would love to make next year, which would be really fun. You guys supporters will know about that soon. I want to make some kind of channel update for channel members soon. So much love to you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, watching Black Christmas 2006. We'll be live again Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we'll be live all next week as well. I got a big video going up soon. I think I got to cover this new Return of the Living Dead shit, which is kind of crazy, at some point later this week. I do want to talk about the Creep Tapes. I know a Creep Tapes review is coming out soon. I might have a video tomorrow. Big maybe. Big maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. Again, thank you all for watching. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. See ya.